Magpie's Mystery. Once long ago in Mexico, 3 brothers lived on a small farm. The soil was rocky and there was not much rain. Their crops did not grow well. For these reasons, they were very poor. Each day, Pablo, the youngest brother, got up before sunrise. He crept silently out of the house, while his brothers Manuel and Juan snored. Pablo walked many miles to the school in a nearby village. He couldn't spend the whole day at school because he had to return home to help his brothers on the farm. "Here comes Mr. Smart Guy," Manuel would say when he returned. Manuel had never gone to school and he didn't want to go. He didn't understand why Pablo liked it so much. "You should spend more time working and less time learning," Juan would advise Pablo. He too thought school didn't matter. Learning is important. Someday it'll pay off. You'll see. Then warily he would start plowing the rocky soil. Every day the brothers observed a black and white bird flying over their field. It was a magpie and was always carrying something, and the birds often hid what they found in their nests. Their curiosity began to increase each day as they watched the bird. Where was it going? What was it carrying? Would it return? One day on his way home from school, Pablo met his brothers on the road. "Where are you going?" Pablo asked them. "We are following the magpie. We want to find the treasure it keeps in its nest." They told him, "Come, we will share the riches we will find." Pablo and his brothers traveled many miles. Finally, they came to a group of very tall trees. They heard a loud bird call, "Caw, caw, caw." "That sounds just like a magpie," Pablo said. "It's up there," Manuel observed, pointing to a tree. There indeed sat the magpie on its large nest of mud and sticks. It was messy, but perfectly suitable for a magpie. "This nest is filled with treasures," Juan cried. "Let's get it." So the 3 brothers began to climb up the tree. The brothers had almost reached the top when a voice shouted, "Stop!" They looked in every direction. Who had spoken? Then they realized it was the magpie speaking to them from the tree. The brothers knew right away that this was a special bird. "We were hoping you would give us your shiny things," Manuel called loudly. "Those things would help us a great deal." "That may be true," the magpie said, "but finding treasure has been my life's work. It's taken me a lifetime to collect this fortune. I will not give it to fools." "We are not fools," Pablo said. The magpie replied, "I will test 3 of you. Answer my riddle, and I will give you my treasure. If you cannot, I will fly you across the land and drop you in some strange place." "Let's hear this riddle," Manuel said. "We are all really smart, so this will not be difficult for us." "Here it is," the magpie said with a sly smile. "Listen carefully." The magpie flew over to a branch near the brothers and spoke. "I am a 2-digit number. The sum of my digits is 7. The digit in my tens place is 3 less than the digit in my ones place. What number am I?" The brothers thought and thought. After a while, one cried, "I've got it! The answer is 52. The sum of 5 and 2 is 7, and 2 is 3 less than 5. "Wrong!" the magpie cried. The black and white bird seemed to grow much, much larger. It scooped up the shocked Manuel by his shirt and flew away with him. Pablo and Juan were frightened. They didn't want to be carried through the sky by a large bird. Juan became discouraged. "I give up," he shouted, and he tried to grab for the nest. He was about to pull it down when the magpie returned. Juan was so startled that he fell straight to the ground where he stayed. Pablo watched as the magpie shrunk to its normal size. Pablo tried to remember what he had learned in his math class. "I think I know. The answer to your riddle is 25. The magpie gasped. "That's right. How did you know?" "Go on," said the magpie. 5 plus 2 equals 7. So it is 2 plus 5, but it is only in the number 25 that the digit in the tens place is 3 less than the digit in the ones place. My brother made one mistake. In his answer, the digit in the tens place is 3 more than the digit in the ones place, not 3 less." "How clever you are," the magpie said. "I must admit it." Pablo disagreed. "I am not really clever. I simply listened in school, and I knew someday it would pay off." The magpie carried its nest to the ground. Pablo and Juan were waiting for him. "Where is Manuel?" Pablo asked the magpie. "Is he safe?" "You have answered for your entire family, so I'll bring your brother back," the magpie said. It flew off and soon returned with Manuel. Spend the treasure wisely, the magpie advised. Now I must depart. Goodbye. Manuel and Juan shouted happily. We're rich! We're rich! They both tried to grab at the treasure. Pablo held on tight to the nest. Not so fast. I want this treasure because I learned the answer to the magpie's riddle in school. Before I share this fortune, you two must promise to go to school. Yes, Pablo told them. We must respect the magpie's wise words. We must learn how to spend this fortune wisely. So the three brothers returned home. Every morning they rose before dawn to walk to school. Before long, Juan and Manuel found out that they enjoyed learning too. The brothers grew smart. They spent their fortune wisely. They kept going to school, and thanks to the nest of treasure they had won from the magpie, they were able to go in style.